You know what it is, man. I just like to jump right into it. You know, start spreading the gospel. And I'm starting right there today in Matthew chapter 27. And I'm gonna start at verse 15. And it reads, Now at that feast the governor was wont to release unto the people a prisoner whom they would. And they had a notable prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, Whom will ye that I release unto you, Barabbas or Jesus, which is called Christ? For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. So they delivered Jesus Christ out of envy. Let's keep reading. When he was sat down on the judgment seat, his wife said unto him, saying, Have thou nothing to do with this just man? So his wife was telling him, hey, this is a just man, man. Let him go, pretty much. Let's go. For I have suffered many things in a dream because of him. So the Most High was, He was sending her dreams, man. That she may tell Pilate what she dreamt, so he may make a sound decision. Because with great power comes great responsibility. Now let's keep going. But the chief priests and the elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Jesus. So let's stop right there for a second. So right here you see that the chief priests and the elders persuaded the multitude, man. So they could have let him go. Because he was an innocent man. But it was the chief priests and the elders that were wicked, and they wanted him to go because Jesus Christ, he told the truth, and they didn't like that. They didn't like what he was saying, so they wanted him gone. And you see today that, or you see back then, those people were still under a form of mind control because they looked up to these chief priests and these elders. They looked at them as highly esteemed men. They looked at them as esteemed men. They looked at them like their garments were not blemished, man. That's how the Pharisees and the Sadducees and all of them walked around, like they could do no wrong. That's why when Jesus Christ came, he said, yeah, y'all keeping the law, but y'all still filthy, man. That's what he said onto them. And you see today, it's still the same thing going on. They didn't have technology or anything back then, but they were still under mind control, and it's the same thing that these notable people in our society today are doing. They're persuading the people, to hate the people that standing up, to the wickedness, and they want us gone, and they're trying to eradicate us from society, So let's keep reading, man. The governor answered and said unto them, Whether of the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said Barabbas, so they chose Barabbas. Pilate said unto them, What shall I do with Jesus, which is called Christ? They all said unto him, Let him be crucified, man. And the governor said, Why? What evil hath he done? But they cried out the more, saying, Let him be crucified. When Pilate saw what he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. That's important right there, man. That is important right there. I'm going to come back to that verse. I'm going to keep reading. And answered all the people and said, His blood be on us and on our children. Then released he Barabbas unto them, and when he had scourged Jesus, he delivered him to be crucified, man. So this is what you guys doing today, man. This is exactly what you guys doing today. You guys chose Barabbas again. You guys chose Barabbas again. Us targeted individuals, we represent Jesus Christ, man. We represent him on this earth today. Barabbas is the corrupt government. Barabbas is these gangstalkers out here. And that's who you guys choose to be with, man. And once again, y'all know that Jesus Christ, Pilate knew that he was innocent. He found them, he found no blemish on his garments. But yet still, it was the wicked Pharisees and the Sadducees that wanted him gone. The elders, the high people of nobility in their society. This is what you guys do, man. You crucify him again by persecuting us, man. For real. So I'm going to jump back to verse 24. This was something interesting right here that I saw. And Pilate said, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. You know? So he, once again, he said he knew that he was innocent, and he said, see to it. So this is exactly what these people in high, you know, and that have the power do. You know, they don't want their names out there, you know, because they're trying to look unblemished and keep their garments clean in the eyes of society, you know. So they say, whoever they delegate to torture us, they said, hey, make sure that this, you know, this don't come back to us, you know. Make sure my name is not involved in this, even though, you know, I'm the one that's putting them on this list. You know, make sure that, you know, I'm innocent of this, you know, because I don't want his blood on my hands, you know. Make sure that somebody else takes the blame for their fall, you know, when this goes down. So that's what these guys do, man. You know, like it says, the wicked fleeth when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion, you know. That's Proverbs 28:1, I believe, you know. You know, that's what these guys do. They run and they hide after they do their wickedness. You know, try to cover it up. You know, so he says, see to it. That's what they tell their scribes. You know, hey, hide all this information. You know, you know. So anyway, let's keep going, man. I'm gonna build on this verse right here. So he said, I am innocent of the blood of this just man. So we're gonna go to Proverbs chapter 17, verse 15, and see what the Most High says about that. Yeah. Because with all that power you had, you know, you still did the wrong thing. It said, Proverbs chapter 17, verse 15, and it reads, he that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination unto the Lord. So that's an abomination to justify the wicked and condemn the just, the people that standing up and doing the right thing. I mean, the Most High hates that, because that's what happened to him when they chose Barabbas, man. You know. Oh man, you know, homosexuality, that's not the only abomination. There are many abominations, man. Lying lips, that's not an abomination, man. You know, the Most High hates that, you know. You know, and like I said, these guys thought they were highly esteemed, man. They looked at them that they were highly esteemed, man, and that also is an abomination unto the Most High, you know. So let's go to Luke chapter 16, I believe. Verse 15, you know, I'm gonna cut to the latter end of the verse, and it says, "For that which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination in the sight of God." Man, you know. So these guys wanted to be justified by men. And that's an abomination in the sight of the Lord. You know, that's what you guys do. You guys want to fit in and be justified by men. That's what you guys do, man. You know, let's go to Proverbs 10 verse 7. You know, because it says right here, Proverbs chapter 10 verse 7, the memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. So our name is going to be in the book of life, man. You know, our name is going to be in that book. But nobody's going to remember the wicked. Nobody's going to remember the things that you do. And if they do, you know, they're not going to be talking highly about you. You guys have a bad report in the kingdom. You know, you guys have a bad report for the things that you've done. You know. Because you guys want to be money, man. You guys want money. That's all you guys want. You see this as a way to get easy money. You know, you really don't have to work. It's like residual income, but you're doing wickedness to get it. So let's jump to Proverbs chapter 28 and see what the Most High says, man. Chapter 28:20. Proverbs chapter 28:20. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that make haste to be rich shall not be innocent. You know, so you guys are making haste to be rich, and look at what these guys have to do to get the money. You know, you guys are not innocent, and your garments are not clean. You know, but you guys want to walk around here in society like you guys are upstanding people, you know, and condemning the just, you know, for the things that you've done, you know, for your wickedness and your atrocities, you know, for real, man. You know, and that's why you're not supposed to envy these guys, man. That's why David was saying at one point, you know, he was envious of the wicked, you know, because they were prospering in their ways, you know, because he's over here praising the Most High, he's over here magnifying his name, you know, and doing the right thing. But the wicked, it looked at like the wicked is prospering, you know. But you're not supposed to envy them because they've done wicked things to get that, and that's why they have to hide it, you know. That's why they have to hide in the corners and in the darkness, you know. These men don't want their works to come to the light because they're going to be embarrassed of what they've done, you know, to obtain their riches, man. People that look up to them are going to be shocked, you know, at what they did. You know, look at this college scandal the other day. You know, nobody probably would have believed that these guys, you know, that actor cheated to get her daughter into college, man. Right? Because they look up to these people like they're highly esteemed. You know, but nobody knows what they've done to obtain what they have. You know, so that's why he said don't look up to them. So Proverbs 24, let's jump to Proverbs 24 and get a little explanation on that. I think that's Solomon speaking right here. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 1. Be not envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. For their heart studieth destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. Right? So that's what Solomon is saying right here, man. Don't be envious of these guys, man. Right? Because like I said, they have to do wicked things to get that money, man. Right? And let's build on that, and let's go to Proverbs 10, verse 23. You know? All right. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 23. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom. So this is what they do, man. They do wickedness to us continually, and they view it as a sport because they have no wisdom, you know, and no understanding, and can't see that, you know, they're choosing Barabbas. You know, they don't have the spiritual eyes to see that they're choosing Barabbas again, you know. Over the followers of Christ, you know, because like I said, the Most High is blinding some of these guys' eyes so they can't see what they're doing, you know, they cannot see, you know? And that's why, you know, right now the wheat and the tares are being separated, you know, because, you know, we grew up around a lot of these people, but we had no idea what they were doing. You know, before we came into the system, you know, we grew up around them, and that's why the Most High said, "Let the wheat and the tares grow together," you know. And when they are older, they're going to be separated because, you know, wheat and tares, they look very similar, and it takes an experienced eye to discern between them, you know, because they look the same when they get older, you know. And right now, the Most High is making that separation, you know. You know, he's making that separation, man. You know, and they think these guys in their Masonic fraternities, they think that they're not going to be they're not going to be punished. You know, they think that they won't be punished, man, for persecuting the Most High saints out here. So let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. You know, and I use the word because, you know, this word is powerful. You know. I'm not using my own words. I use the Most High's words, you know, to break it down to these guys. You know? Yeah. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. You know? So because the Most High haven't, you know, handing down that sentence to them, they're going to continue in their wickedness, and their hearts is fully set because some of these guys have not been punished yet, you know, to the maximum extent, you know. And that's exactly where the Most High wants them, to be honest with you, you know. I mean, it is for the will of the Most High for men to repent, because he don't want anybody to perish, but these guys are fully set on doing wickedness, you know, and he's going to leave you right there where you are, you know, so he can destroy you guys to the end, man, and the 2/3, you know. Oh man, you know, yeah. So you guys are set in your evil ways because the more you haven't been punished yet. But like I said, That time is coming. That time is coming, man. You know, in Proverbs 11, verse 21, and it reads, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. You know, the wicked shall not be unpunished, man, even though they join hand in hand. So they have all these connections. You know, the wicked is connected out here, believe it or not. And that's why he's saying, even though the wicked is joined hand in hand, they will not go unpunished. They have all these Freemason fraternities. They have contract killers in the hospital that'll kill you. You know, they have people in every key aspect of society to stop the righteous from getting their dirt out. You know, but they will not go unpunished, man. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. You know, the seed of the righteous will be delivered, man. You know. And shout out to Esoteric, man. He has a good channel. You know, you guys should check him out. You know, and he said something interesting to me today. He said, you know, this whole system, this gang-stalking system, it's like it's either you get down or you lay down. You know, like State Property, the movie. You gonna get down with them or you gonna lay down. You know, and we choose not to do neither, man. We're not getting down with you, and we're not laying down. You know, we're continuing to fight. You know, and it just goes to show you how weak these guys are when they see you in the street. Because when they look at you guys, they look at us TIs. You know, they see that. You know, they the ones that tapped out, man. Like, man, I didn't have the endurance to keep going. I mean, that's because you guys didn't fill your oil with lamps. You know? I mean, you didn't fill your lamps with oil. I mean, you guys didn't fill you didn't fill up your lamps with oil. And that's what the Most High said to do. You know what I mean? Don't go out like the foolish, I mean, I think it was the foolish, the virgins. You know, the 5 virgins or something like that. They went out without oil in their lamps, you know. And some of them went with oil. And when that tribulation started to come, they were able to endure and make it. You know what I mean? Because they had their oils, their lamps was filled with oil. You know? And when you on E, man, you're gonna break, man. You know, and like I said, man, when you know, when that time comes, you know, you're gonna see a lot more people breaking, man. You know, because you guys chose Barabbas, the same Romans back then. You know, it's the same people in this time frame that's doing the same thing, man. We still under the leadership of the Roman Empire, man. The Catholic Church still has a big influence, you know, on this world today. You know, the same Romans. Oh man, but you guys chose Barabbas again, man. Right? That's what I had to get off my chest today, man. You guys chose Barabbas again. You can't even see what you're doing. It's sad. You know, and one more thing, you mean you guys, you Jewish people out here, man, the jig is up, man. I just have to get you guys on that side. The jig is up, man. Everybody know you guys are not the true people or the Most High. I mean, like at this point in my life, if I was you guys, I would be utterly embarrassed at this point to call myself a Jewish person. I mean, I would be embarrassed. I mean, you guys are not out here pushing the word. You guys are not out here teaching the people the correct things. I mean, I have not seen not one Jewish person teach people the word out here, man. Because you guys feel like, you know what I mean, you guys better than everybody else. So you guys are done, man. The jig is up. I mean, cut it out, man. You know, and with that being said, you know, all praises to the Most High, man. And you guys still stay strong, man, and stay in the fight. You know what I mean? These guys will be brought down. You know?